What's up? So you're watching me get ready to play Grandma Addams from the Addams Family musical. So I'm starting off with putting silver pomade in my hair because I opted to not use a wig. Yay me. So this is gonna take forever. Well, in real life it takes forever, but you're only gonna see a fraction of how long it actually takes. Mainly because I have a lot of hair. So now I'm doing my makeup. I'm starting off with this CoverGirl concealer. It is a couple shades lighter than me, which is perfect for the Addams family because everybody's kind of pale and sullen looking. So now I'm just blending it out with this Morphe foundation brush. I mean, the main target areas are definitely where I have pimples and redness. So, yeah, watch me do that for a few seconds. So, The Addams Family is my school's first official full length musical, and it really took many years of advocating to make this a reality because my school is a STEM school, so having artsy programs is not really the first priority of my school. But all of this fighting really did pay off because the Addams Family was very well received by the students at our school and the teachers and the parents. And overall, it was an incredible experience. I had a lot of fun with my friends and I got to know new people. And it is kind of sad leaving behind the younger people because I am a senior and I will be graduating in June. Watch me put on more concealer here. Okay, so I am moving on to putting on some concealer in my under eye area and on my eyelid area as well because I want this concealer to be sort of a base for the eyeshadow I'm going to be putting on afterward. And I knew what I wanted to do at the time, and while I'm here talking about my concealer or whatever, I'm not a makeup artist. Like, I know I grew up watching a lot of makeup creators like Michelle Phan and Kitty's Mama, etc. But I myself am not a makeup artist. You know, I haven't magically absorbed all this information in 2011 forever, you know. Like, I'm just going off of purely vibes. And now I'm covering up this blemish and some other blemishes. And it seems like I'm getting ready to transition into not doing my concealer anymore. Okay, so I'm getting ready to use my Ramen eyeshadow palette. I really like this palette a lot. So I'm starting off with using this beige sort of flesh colored shade on some blemishes that the concealer couldn't cover up enough initially. And it seems like now I'm finally going to come in with the brown shade, well, the darker brown shade. And I'm starting to outline the boundaries of where I want the eyeshadow to go up to. And I'm going to obviously do that on my other eye because I have to. I mean, it is the Addams Family, so I could get away with looking kind of weird. But I like consistency in my life. And this is the Real Techniques crease brush, by the way. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a theater kid that's going off of vibes. You know, what are the vibes that feel right for the character? It's kind of how I go about acting. Like, what vibes work for this character? So now I'm adding some more brown on my eyes. And I'm going in the under eye area. Like, not on the dark circle part of the under eyes, but more like on the bottom of the eyes. That's like where the eyes sort of stop. And I just put that away. Now I'm using my mascara because it is kind of a must at that point, considering how much concealer and eyeshadow I put on. So the mascara sort of evens out everything, you know? So now I'm getting this really fine brush from Real Techniques and this foundation palette meant for stage makeup. And I'm getting a nice brown shade and I'm rubbing it into the creases on my forehead. And I'll also do this for the areas around my mouth and in the outer corners of my eyes because I'm trying to cosplay an old person, if you haven't picked up on that already. And yeah, that's the goal. I'm going off of vibes because I'm not a professional makeup artist. So yeah, I'm marking the areas I want my wrinkles to be in. So now I'm finishing that up. Here I'm debating whether or not I want it on my nose. So I ended up going to the eye area first. I don't remember putting on any of this stuff on my nose, so I guess I skipped out on it eventually. So now I'm getting my fluffier, thicker brush to blend out this brown makeup because although the little details might not be visible from where the audience is sitting, I do think that it is good to blend it out a little bit because at the end of the day, there's not a single person who has harsh, drawn-on lines as wrinkles. You know, people have natural wrinkles that just sort of show up over time with life experience. So I'm blending it out with my brush and fingers because apparently the brush was on enough for some spots. And I think I'm going to start correcting some areas with my concealer. Yep, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going in this area with, oh my god, words. I'm just correcting some areas in which I believe I put on too much of the brown stuff, which is, for a lack of better descriptors, what I'm doing. While I do that, I really want to say that I really enjoy doing comedic roles. They're my favorite kind of role to do. And initially when the auditions for the Addams Family started, I wasn't really sure what I was going to go for. So then I looked through all the character descriptions, and Grandma just stood out to me because I love comedy. I love laughing at things that I find funny. And I've played other comedic parts like Michael Wormwood in Matilda the Musical, and also Frank Butler in that song where he's competing with the girl. Oh my god. Anything you could do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. So I guess I just naturally gravitated towards Grandma. Alright, so now I'm coming in with this Moira Beauty Celestial Chic palette. Please let me know if I said Moira wrong. Anyway, so I'm adding some of this light beige on the middle of my eyelids. And this is the flat Morphe brush from earlier, by the way. And now I'm putting in some shimmers on the inner corners of my eyes in order to look more alive, because Grandma is very much alive. She's not one of the dead ancestors, you know? So now I'm getting ready to do God knows what else. I feel like a sports commentator doing this. Like, is this what they have to do all the time? Of course, I had to get my striped socks and my character shoes. And I finished off the look with a plum-colored elf lipstick and a cardigan and some accessories like headbands, necklaces, all that fun stuff. Here's a little 360 that I just did. Here's a close-up on the makeup, the skirt, and fast forward to me taking off this makeup. It wasn't very hard to take off. I just used some micellar water and I moisturized afterwards. And I think taking it off took like 10 minutes total, while putting it on took 30 minutes, and the hair took probably the same amount of time to do because, like I said earlier, I have a lot of hair and I did not use a wig, so obviously it would take forever. So thank you so much for watching.